Hey y'all.
Hey.
Okay. I'm
You,
shooting from the iPad again. Um Me
you
and
want to
Tori
tell them
try
what's
to
happening?
do it from the computer. Huh?
You want to tell them what's happening with both of our channels right now?
Oh yeah. So we are doing a dual live. Either you could be on Tori's channel or my channel, but yeah, we're trying something new. And here's good news. First of all, thanks to all of y'all and the super chats this month. You ready
Uh-oh.
for this? You ready for this? Let me see if I can get
Drum
this
roll.
on. For Valentine's Day, I brought myself a used MacBook. I couldn't take it anymore. The computer doesn't even register the camera anymore. So I would like to thank everyone who's been using the affiliate links and the Snapchats. At least I got 1 month payment. I couldn't do it. I believe in our mission of preserving the Jackson legacy. I believe that some way, somehow, the computer's gonna get paid. So so thank you everybody. I think it was like 3 or 4 super chats. And I'm like, that's not normal, but thank y'all. I appreciate it. I really do. So oh my guys. Hey, Janya, Cheyenne,
Y'all.
um, Carrie, the King of Michael. I think I saw.
Oh, he ready.
So guess what?
Uh-oh.
We are not going into the news. We're going straight into the meat and potato of this. Hey, Brittany, what's up, Teresa?
We got some new people up in here.
Right? So me and Tori had a long discussion about how we're covering the biopic moving forward. So I'll give Tori the floor.
Me? I'm gonna just say personally what I'm doing. Um, I'm not gonna share any leaks. That's just personally me. And I know there's some theories where, there are times where leaks are intentional to build hype and stuff. I personally can't tell if there is or isn't what is what, if it's intentional, if it's not intentional. So going forward, I'm being careful, and I'm not saying y'all gotta do it, but I'm just saying this is a personal choice for myself, to not share any or like repost any. I've seen them. I've seen them, and the movie looks impressive, but I'm just not gonna circulate that myself, just to be safe, just to be careful.
Right. And I found out I shared something that I wasn't supposed to share. And I was like, oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, me too.
So, I don't know. Like I said, we don't know what's real and what's fake. And we don't want to cause, like, moving forward, we just want to share the stuff that's officially given out from the filmmakers or Prince or Hill Los Angeles or just something like that. Right, because that's the whole thing. Like I'm getting pictures from everybody, not realizing I had stuff I shouldn't have had. So I
Yeah.
apologize to anybody but it won't happen again. I just didn't know. So I'm like, a
Mhm.
good rule of thumb is if it's from the film, then it's real. Not saying it's fake, but you know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what's supposed to be out and what's not supposed to be out. And the last thing we want to do is be messy YouTubers. So with that being said, let's get into the leaks. Or fake leaks.
Oh, I need to. Am I able? Do I have these capabilities? No, I don't. But I
You
I would
don't?
like to. There was a recent comment from the King Michael about the producer that I want to ask about.
Oh, this one here?
No, next one.
This one?
Yeah, who? Because I know the producer's name, I think, but let me check his social media. I'll have to check his social media because I didn't see that. I didn't see the post. But yeah, you
No,
can get.
listen, y'all can still share the pictures with me, but I just don't want to share it on YouTube. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I won't be
Like,
putting
cause
that out.
it's just because we don't know what's supposed to be shared or not. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing's confusing. Wait
Because
till we get into all the confusing, even with the music. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, I came across something that was, or I found out something, and in a way, like I could tell, like we weren't supposed to know that, like it just wasn't ready, and I put that together. Like, I'm just gonna say that, and so that's why I'm like I don't want to unintentionally disrespect anyone or the
Yeah,
integrity.
like if y'all send me pictures and stuff, don't worry about it. I think the problem was we didn't have any. We can't figure out what's real and what's fake or what's not supposed to be out and what's not. So I said, you know what? We'll just wait till it'll be like, oh, Nia Long is like. There's ways of when it's official, when it's not. So I'm like, it's not a big deal. It's like we don't want to mess up your experience. Even when the votes today, surprisingly, like I think 40% of you guys did not want to see the leaks. Some is like I know some of the sisterhood, they don't want to see anything. They want to go to the movie and be surprised 100%. So it's just not all of them, but some of them. And it's just like you kind of have to respect, like, at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, this is a movie experience. It's probably going to be one of the best biopics of all time. And it's like some people legitimately
Yeah.
want to be surprised as much as humanly possible. So initially, and Tori will tell you, I had a whole different slides. She was like, no, those are all leaks. They're not supposed to be up there. So I said, I didn't know. I'm just like, oh, look at all these pictures. Me, I don't mind about the leaks. I'm more excited about seeing the acting, how it's all put together, the music they're gonna choose. Um, we're gonna talk about what we have been able to see from the leaks, so we could discuss that. But there's a lot of YouTubers in this space, and some are showing the leaks, and there's no right or wrong. To be honest, it's
Mm-hmm.
just moving forward. Like I don't want to like unintentionally share too
Yeah.
much. Does that make any sense? So like I
Yeah.
guess the
Or
last
like
thing.
like with the song, which we'll get into, that put a bad image on Jafar, and
Wait till we get into that song.
it wasn't even something that he was intending to happen. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Yeah, but like I said, I don't mind. I don't mind seeing it, but just go. Let's go to the polls. I didn't make a slide for it, but let's just go by what you guys said you wanted for tonight's live, and I'm like, it's not like, remember like how I asked like, oh, do you guys want to do the watch party or do you want to do the biopic? You guys clearly landslide said I want to do the biopic. No, when it
yeah,
comes to the other stuff though, it was like, oh, the majority didn't mind the leaks, but a large enough chunk, it was like, you know what, like let's just respect the channel. And if people want to see leaks, there are other YouTubers doing it. I'm like, no, there's a handful. We're gonna be good. Let me
yeah,
see. So if you go to the community page, um 65% of you guys don't mind the leaks and 35%. So I don't want to like mess that up for that 35%. You know what I'm saying? So it's not, now privately, if you
yeah,
guys want me to put it somewhere else, let me know. But it's like, no, but for YouTube, this is our community and I want everyone's voices to be heard. But here's so the picture I'm covering up on the right, that's a leak, correct?
yeah.
Yeah, so I covered that. So let's hear from Jess herself about her thoughts
Single.
about this single. Where's Jess? All right, here we go from her TikTok.
So, y'all, I don't think that we were supposed to get that song. I really don't think we were. I think it dropped at midnight on Wednesday, and everybody went berserk. We all found it, and we all went berserk when we saw it. And it's crazy because when it came out that day, it had charted at like 90 on the R&B and soul charts. It was on its way up because it started out at like 186, and by the end of the day, it was at 90. That's crazy. So it was probably on its way up to number one. But however, I think it was a leak and it is now taken off of Apple and Spotify. So my bad, Jafar, if I wasn't supposed to put the video up because it definitely went viral. But it was fun while it lasted. And for the people who are being dense in the comments, that is his nephew. That is Michael Jackson's nephew. And that was him singing. And yes, he had a whole music career before this movie. You can look him up, start on YouTube, and you'll see that he was very successful. So
Yo, Jess had me on the floor. Je- First of all,
Heavy
Jess'
on the
video
last part.
really did go viral. She did a Jafar Jackson video to this single. Was it 2 million views on it?
Millions of views, and at one point, when you went to the official sound, which we're gonna talk about that as well, her video was the top video, and so that made the song circulate even more. When many of us were still under the impression that it was supposed to be out. So
That's that's crazy. So trust and believe whether you're team leak or team non-leak. I'm keeping it real. Keep the leaks coming for me. I just won't air them on YouTube. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm not against it. I'm saying I don't want to mess other people's experiences up or
yeah,
offend people posting stuff not. And also, to be honest, if you share a picture that's leaked, they have the right to shut that video down. That's another issue.
yup,
So I
that's what
don't
I
think
was
they would mess with us
thinking.
like that. But I, just in case, I don't want to be like, oh, you got a picture you're not supposed to have, you know? So
Yeah,
just,
me, the way I see it is like, I know some people are gonna say, if you don't want to see leaks. Oh my goodness, I keep saying links and leaks, like mixing them up. But
like need leaks.
if you don't want to see them, don't be on social media. And I know they're going to be out there, but I'm just saying for me, I don't want to offend the person. Like, I don't want to offend the people in the movie about putting this out, or I don't want to offend Graham King, the producer, for putting sharing his work around and he's not ready for it yet. We just don't know. So I'm a better safe than sorry type of person.
Exactly. Because I was just like, I would hope they wouldn't try to strike our channels for having unauthorized stuff, but I have seen other YouTubers
Mm-hmm.
who get in trouble for having unauthorized media. They will shut your stuff down. That's what's like, well, between like some of y'all don't want to see the leaks and they can shut your channel down over it. Not your channel, but that video. But I was just like, I'd rather be safe than sorry. Hey, MJ Fangirl, I saw you in here. I saw you in there. Hey, sis. All right. So you want to cover the title? Because, okay, we had clues there was a problem.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I'll speak about what was the red flag for me. It was released on a Wednesday or a Tuesday instead of a Friday. That was one thing that made me go, huh?
Yeah.
Then the title, I was like, that's interesting. I don't know. I was like, Jafar Jackson, Rebirth of Michael. Okay, that doesn't quite sound like something that would come out. So I said, well, maybe it's a song about Michael Jackson. So when I heard the lyrics, it had nothing to do with Michael Jackson. So I was like, okay, so the title has nothing to do with the lyrics. But we know, who cares? We're still playing on Station Head. We're having the time of our life. And then I don't know if I could disclose who contacted me. They were like, yo, Trish, that's a leaked song. And I'm like, what? So then somebody else was like, no, that's a leaked song. Then Tori was like, no, that's a leaked song. So Tori had some clues to this being a fake song. Do you want to get into it?
I'm gonna start by saying this. Y'all know I've been a ride or die for Jafar since, oh God, since I was like 13. That's like almost 10 years now. So, I've been following him, been seeing his music journey. I even did the live well, I guess a year ago now with Trish, watching his first solo performance together, and then I went in with his musical background and everything about him. So when I saw the song, I saw it from Twitter, and I was like, yo, is this real? And like, I first saw it as a screenshot on Spotify. And what I've realized over the years is that sometimes, for whatever reason, there's an error on Spotify where a song will get put on an artist's official verified Spotify account, and it's not them. Even if even if it's the artist like album cover, it has their picture on it. Sometimes it's not them, and you can hear it, and it's like, this is not their song. Who is this random person? So then I was like, you know what? Let me go look on Apple Music. That's how you know. If it's the same across all streaming platforms, that means it's legit. Because when I saw the picture, I'm not gonna lie, it was low budget. It was a low budget looking grainy picture. Y'all know me. Y'all know me in the quality. So I was like, I went to Apple Music and it was on there, and I was like, oh shoot. and I had just got done. I was hosting like an overnight station head party for Janet. So the music's playing, but my mic is off, but I'm on the phone and I play this song and I know Jafar's voice. Even though he sings similar to Michael, I know his voice. So I was like, I start screaming. My friend's like, girl, what's wrong? What's going on? I'm like, ah, ah. I'm not even a whole minute into the song. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my goodness. And that's literally the night that we got, the day that we got the picture, the official picture from Prince, the recent one that he posted of Jafar in the Dangerous era. So I was like, it must be going hand in hand. Like this is so masterful. Like this is smart. And I was like, this is such a smart way to like show his talent, to show the people his talent and stuff. Because there are people doubting him and like his abilities and stuff if he can pull off this role. So I was like, that's so smart. Now the name, when I listened to the song fully, I was like, this is a love song. But I was like, maybe this is supposed to go hand in hand with the movie, and that's why he's calling it that. Now, one thing that I picked up on, you can go to the next slide, the label. If y'all remember from the live that I did last year, Jafar is brilliant and genius in music business and stuff. Like he understands the business, and he was really smart about it. He created his own independent label called Juicy Music, something like that. And when I looked at that label, it said All In Music Group Worldwide. I was like, that's not Jafar's label. I was like, maybe he has to be signed to another label because it's something that goes hand in hand with the movie. I was like, maybe. And I've never seen a leak happen in this way. I even went on Instagram and the sound was available to use as an official sound. On TikTok, it was available to use as an official sound. You literally could go to iTunes, buy the song, and download it. It was charting on iTunes. I've never seen a leak done like that. Most of the times they're done on YouTube.
That's why I thought it was real, because it was on Spotify, it was on iTunes, it was on Instagram, it was on TikTok, and it was on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And have you noticed so far all our shorts, the song is still there?
Yeah, on TikTok, the song is there. You just can't click it. It said the copyright owner has not made this available in your country, so you can't click the sound.
But I'm just saying, like anyone who made shorts and TikToks and reels, we also have the song. It's just on Apple Music. Unfortunately, if you didn't pay for it and download it, they took the song away. So I was just like, womp womp. I didn't get it in time. But this is, well, actually the next slide. Well, actually, remember you were talking about the labels, what makes it real and what. So this is what you realize. So the next slide. Notice the label Forgot Me Singing.
It's his Juicy Group Incorporated one. That's his.
Notice the label for this song.
I was
now, that's how Tori figured there was an issue.
Now, don't get me wrong. The song is real. It's real.
The distribution probably was done incorrectly.
Yeah, and people were saying, oh, it's AI. I'm like, y'all, it's not AI. And then I saw discussion amongst people who have connection with the family and have worked with the family. And they were saying, oh my goodness, the song, he actually released this song. And I'm like, the song is him singing. It's just, he didn't want this to be out. He didn't approve of this. And that wasn't fair.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know what to do because the song is charting. Look at this, y'all. And someone mentioned this a little earlier. It's charting. And then Jess had made a point, like, was saying like where it started and where it went on in a matter of a day. And this is just people whispering and making TikToks about it because no songs are released in the middle of the week. So I was just like, oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me go to this. Like, yeah, like the King Michael said, oh, the fact the song went viral is crazy. Yup. A bunch of people have viral TikToks from the song.
Not dances already.
Crazy. Yes. I was like, what? What's that girl from, is it Philly or Pennsylvania? Blues Away. She was dancing
Oh,
and
she
worked to
from
it.
Texas.
I was just like, what? And this is not supposed to be out.
Yo, it's crazy because like, and it even got airplay. It got put on the radio. Could you imagine Jafar driving like
I'm weak.
where's
I
that song on
said,
the radio?
I
What
said,
happened?
what is going on?
I was like, yo, and then immediately I woke up the next morning and I saw a screenshot. Somebody else who know the family, they said this ain't supposed to be out. And then that's why I'm like, y'all. And that's when I said, I'm taking my post down. I'm not doing it. People was arguing in my comments. People was like, why he call himself the rebirth of Michael? He ain't Michael.
Yes, somebody just said something about the title. I think it was Teresa. I'm keeping it real with you. I was not comfortable with that title. I'm keeping that very, very real with you because I was like,
Yeah.
not saying that Jafar isn't a rebirth, but I just know how MJ fans are very protective of MJ's legacy and what MJ has fought for. And I'm like, that title, I was like, did they really name that? But the minute I heard the song and the title, I'm like, it's not titling right. It's this sounds a little sus.
Yeah. And the thing the thing is like with me, like I said, if he named the song that, I could understand because someone said that, before we realized, yo, this is not supposed to be out and it's not supposed to be called this. Someone had said, in a way, if it's in connection with the movie, it's like a rebirth of Michael, of bringing his story to life
That
on
I could
screen.
see. I could see that even as a possible album track, like
Mhm.
for a whole album or EP, but it's still dangerous, just because
Yeah,
you know how some of the MJ fans are of Michael, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that like they're very protective of every aspect of him. So it's like, okay, but at least I can say Jafar has that Michael thing. He has Michael essence. I don't want to say that. I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Let me just shut
there
up.
there
But
are
it's like,
similarities. Yeah,
right. I
like
was like, I know. I was like, oh,
I just
but
even
so the question is from AJ, do you think this is leaked? I think so. Because they removed it. It's officially removed.
no. She said, "Who do you think leaked it?"
Oh, I don't know.
I feel like it was an insider
I
because
don't
how did you
know.
get
How
it?
did you get it to so many titles? Like,
How did you get it on official places?
yes. I was like, Spotify, Apple Music,
I said somebody
Instagram.
getting sued, fired, maybe thrown in jail.
No, Kelly, the song is definitely not fake. The distribution is incorrect.
Yeah.
I'm sure one day. Well, honestly, I hope they release the song now because, excuse me, we were playing it. We want it back, maybe properly titled.
Yeah. I was kind of annoyed with the way. I'm going to say this, and I'm not trying to offend anybody because I understand, like Trish said, there are Michael fans who are very protective of his legacy and stuff, of his name, his title. And I completely get that. I am too. But as a Jackson family fan, you know, we like, if you don't have to be a fan of every single Jackson family member, it's just like over the years, like you've seen stuff, like backgrounds of individual Jackson family members and stuff, and knowing and just seeing how Jafar has acted in like interviews and stuff, you can see people's characters. I'm like, he would not try to be a carbon copy of anyone else. He is his own individual person. He has his own style. He has been inspired by artists who came before him, including people in his family. But he would never, ever, ever try to jump and be in someone else's lane. If anything, I could see him creating a lane for himself. And as Jess said on that TikTok, Jafar has had a music career well before he got this role for this movie. So just please do your research, y'all.
The King Michael said, I knew it was a leak because Jafar always promotes a song. I agree.
I
So
thought he did
I'm
a
like,
Beyonce on
there
us.
goes Teresa was like, the title got me too. I'm like, for those who saw the title, it's like, pause. So then I heard the track and I said, I'm fine with it. But I'm like, I can see how people are not fine with it, if that makes any sense. Like, I was like,
Mhm.
but that for me was a big red flag. I go, they really titled this? Has got nothing to do with Michael.
Right.
Um, MJ Fangirl writes, I will be sharing some photos. I will be sharing some photos, but after that batch I'm done, I'm not showing videos at all because I'm scared of, yeah. Take that stuff seriously. Like, you know, especially like on YouTube, you can get serious consequences if things are not supposed to be on, shared. It's just be really, really careful. Pictures, you might get a slap, but videos, they will straight out shut it down.
Yeah, like
So
I don't know if y'all remember those Michael Jackson leaks early last year. Even though it wasn't technically YouTube probably wasn't detecting it as copyright because the song hadn't officially been released or those songs. I believe like I don't know, the owners of the song or the estate were shutting down channels for putting that stuff up there. Like they don't play.
Aditi writes, and this was actually good to know. The actual title was uh Universal of Love. Universal of Love, sorry. I don't know where it went. Sorry guys, because the computer's here, the iPad's here, and I'm like ding ding ding. Not the rebirth of Michael, the producer said that. I would appreciate if they had put the real title, because I was just like, oh, y'all trying to start some stuff. I feel like Jafar, he's not a new artist. Like Tori said, he's been out for a while. I've seen him do stuff overseas. He's very big overseas. Like like a Jackson big. I'll just leave it at that. He's big. Like a big. So you already can tell where his career is going.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't want him though to have all this saltiness, and he just came out the gate for, I would say, the Americans who just didn't know who he was. I was like, got me singing. I loved out the gate, and then I saw this special he had overseas. Maybe that's the watch party I'll do for Tori, because Tori showed me something I never seen. Now I got to show Tori something from Jafar. Jafar is very talented, and like she said, he will set his own lane. Yes, he could sing similar to Michael, but he also sings similar to Jermaine. So I think that makes him unique because he sounds like two strong singers from that family, and then
Mm-hmm.
he's made his own little thing. So I was just like, yes, there's similarities to Michael, but there's also similarities to Jermaine. Of course, and then Jafar is somewhere in the middle of that. So you can hear his father influence, you can hear his uncle's influence. Then he's got his own little swag and his own little bop. I was like, give him a chance.
Yeah.
Even though he's playing his uncle, give him a chance to show him who he is once this biopic is over.
Mm-hmm.
I think I really think there's something about him is super special. But at the
Yeah,
same
very.
time, like, don't demonize Jafar the way you demonize Michael and his uncles and aunts. Like, I just feel like, why don't we start this era being kinder to the Jacksons? They've been through so for decades, not weeks, decades. When, like, I don't know, I just feel like Jafar is going to be like what 3T was to me to Tori. Even though Jafar's going, I'm giving him love as if, but you know what I'm saying? Like, this will be a generation that is matched with her and Jess, and like, I feel like, why are we going to start the second gen with all this toxic energy? It's not fair.
Right.
Like, he just got out here already. You're hacking his music already. You're throwing stuff on platforms already. I was like, damn, he's not even out there. Y'all messing with him.
And it's sad because I'm seeing fans be critical for the most part. I'm seeing fans be critical to him. And I'm like, that's not fair. Like, y'all know, like, from seeing how they treated Michael, the Jacksons and stuff, like, don't be mean. Don't be critical, y'all. Give him a chance.
Give him a chance. Like if he sucks, then say what you gotta say. It won't be on this channel because this is called the I Love the Jackson Family and the Invincible Jacksons. We're not here to come for them like that.
That's
But I'm
right.
just saying though, like I was like, Dad, y'all leaking his music. That's not supposed to be leaked. That's. And Tori, do you dare want to say what happened a few days later? Only you and a handful of people caught what happened a few days later.
Mm-mm.
No, leave it alone.
Yeah.
But put it like this: it got worse. So I was just like, dang, like give them grace, you know, especially they're new and it's just like, yeah, he's a Jackson, but he's also a human being. I feel like y'all just don't give Jacksons humanized love. And I think
Yeah.
that's kind of sucky. Because I was just like, give them a chance individually and compare them to themselves.
Thank you. Exactly. Like I know, and it's what's weird to me is like I don't know why they're demonizing him for having similarities with his blood related relatives. Y'all never heard of genetics? Oh my goodness, he sounds like this family member. Oh my goodness, he looks like this family member. Why is he trying to be? I'm sorry, that's the way God made him. Like what?
I would say look and vocally, he's a good fusion of his dad and his uncle. That's kind of really, I think that's freaking cool. I'm like,
And with his
you know
own
what he has from his freaking uncle? Like similar, the hands. You know how I am with hands.
I didn't even pay attention to the hands.
They're very sim. I was like, now that's interesting because Michael Jackson has very unique hands, and I'm like, what are the chances? Like my best friend and Honey have the same hands. So I keep telling Honey and Jazz, that's my best friend's name. I said, I think you guys are related because of the hands. Because, like, what are the chances? I don't know why I paid into the hands. Like, don't get in trouble with me. I'm going to notice your hands.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Give me a second. My comments are frozen again. Janya, I'm going to kill you.
Oh, that's so nice of you, Trish.
No, listen. I'm not going to cry, or maybe I will. You guys have shown me so much love this month that I felt confident enough to make a purchase I couldn't afford. Did like the whole month. I've never seen nothing like this. Thank you for the super chat. And even on the station heads, thank you guys so much. I was like, I know I'm a little channel, but I think everyone sees the hard work and I appreciate you helping me because I was just like, I really want to do this channel and I want to do this right. Mm-hmm. Between the community and even like the Jackson family, like they've been so supportive. Like sometimes when I say, oh, hi, such and such, they're like, oh, I know who you are. Believe it or not, that really inspires me to keep going. Because Tori will tell you, or even MJ Fangirl, Moonwalking Kingdom, we don't get a lot of money from Google. We just don't. So it is what it is. It's like I do it from the heart, and y'all know, like we do so much from the heart, but like this time I legitly need better equipment to keep doing it. Like the computer's gone. Like the fact that I can't even register the own camera, the camera that comes on, it's done. I've had it for 11 years though. So thank you. And I will use my money responsibly. And so the comment says, I can't wait to see what's in store for the biopic. Jafar has been putting in tremendous amount of work, and his uncle Michael and for his uncle Michael, and to honor the family's legacy, the Jacksons are the first family in music. I absolutely agree.
Mm-hmm.
But they need to be treated as such. I'm not saying like treat them like they're here and we're here. Just treat them like a human. Let's just start there. Forget like what they brought to society and music and humanitarian. Let's just start humanizing them. Let's just start there and we can take it from, because I'm like, damn, y'all don't come for the Osmonds like this. Y'all don't come. What's that rock group? The Osmond. Wait, right? Kelly Osmond. Y'all don't come for them.
With the Osbourne?
Right?
The Osbourne.
Yes, I'm just saying. I can think of other musical families. Y'all never bother them.
No, they don't.
Just like, can we get the same respect? Just saying.
And like I said, once again, you don't
like them all.
Fan of every Jackson. You might like one. You might have an ear more for one other family members than the other. Just be respectful, considering all they went through.
y'all were coming for Jafar like for the weirdest stuff this week. It was like I was not going to Twitter this week. It was just messy for no reason. And
Like
it
I
was
was.
mainly over the title though. That's why I saw the problem. People had a problem with the title. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, just in case anybody wants to make that a real title, you might want to rethink that title just in case. Like, whoa. Like
Well,
y'all were
you
like,
know
what?
what? Also, I noticed I can't think of his name off the top of my head. His first name or is October something. And he's a soul artist like today. And he made an album called Rebirth of Marvin. But he wasn't covering Marvin Gaye's song. It was like a homage to him, like doing music in the style of Marvin Gaye as out of respect, out of like a tribute to him. And people understood that. So I was like, oh, that's the actual name of this song. I mean, he's probably doing something like this. I mean, which we know it's not the name. But yeah.
But I have to admit, because I'm kind of like one of those protective MJ fans, I can get
Mhm.
why there was some anger. I
Yeah.
do get it. I do get that. I was like, because I mean, at first I was like, oh, and then I was like, okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
This, but then I listened to the lyrics. I'm like, this got nothing to do with Michael Jackson. So I said, okay.
Right.
I was
I
like,
was
what's got to do
like,
with Michael? So I was like, I'm in the thing. And I was like, okay.
I
I
thought
was
then
like, okay.
maybe I was like, wait, maybe that wasn't supposed to, maybe in the uploading process of all this, they accidentally put the title of the album as the song.
That's what I thought that was. I said, well, maybe this is album title, not a. So I said, okay, whatever. We're just gonna put this on TikToks and have a good time. Like, oh, Cheryl said she is tired of the leaks. You know how I was like that with. Remember when Janet was on the Together Again tour last year, and I was like, if y'all don't stop posting your experience with Janet Jackson, messing up my experience, but
Yes.
but for some reason with the biopic, I'm not that protective. I'm like, man, as long as you don't tell me the story, leak away, but don't leak away. You know what I'm saying? Like leak away privately. I don't care. Do what you want to. But I'm just but you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just won't share the leaks if that makes any sense. But I
Mm-hmm.
personally don't care because I'm about the acting, the music, the story, total execution. Did it humanize Michael? Like, did it make me want to celebrate his music? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of stuff. What will this movie bring to his legacy for the better? What did I know before? That kind of stuff. But I do get how people like, no, you're messing up my scenes for me and all this other stuff. So I do get it. So break this down. This is what you sent to me earlier.
Oh, you want me to break this down?
Yeah.
So this is these were some things that were said about Jafar the day that we got the official picture of him from the Dangerous era. And Graham King has said with Jafar, every look, every note, every dance move is Michael. He embodies Michael in a way that no actor could. Antoine Fuqua said, who's the director of the movie, said, Jafar embodies Michael. It goes beyond the physical resemblance. It's Michael's spirit that comes through in a magical way. You have to experience it to believe it. I can't.
Now I've actually spoken to Jafar. Was it last year? Right? Or the year before?
I think it was the year before. You were so
He
lucky.
he legitly has some mannerisms of Michael. So when he talked to me, I remember I went like this. Like what? And then the irony was at the time we didn't know he was in a biopic.
Yes.
The minute they said he was the Michael, I said they picked the right one. He speaks like him. His man, like he just has his man. It was. I was like, but then I'm not gonna lie. Let's let's finish the next slide because I do want to talk about the pictures that was authorized to leak.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So this was, oh my goodness, when I read this I was like, oh my goodness. But the images were taken by one of Michael's favorite photographers, Kevin Mazer. Sorry if I said that wrong. Who captured rehearsals for This Is It concert. Um, he said, when I arrived for my first day on set of this movie, I was so excited. It was like the first time I went on tour to shoot Michael Jackson. When I walked into set, I felt like I'd gone back in time and I was walking into the stadium to shoot the tour. Seeing Jafar perform, I thought, wow, it is Michael. For anyone who didn't have the chance to see Michael perform live, during his lifetime. This is how it was. I and I cannot wait for this movie.
I can't wait.
Oh, because
There
in
were
this.
two. There was two phenomenals that I lived. Well, actually three. So I'm sure you're not gonna know about the third one because no one knows it unless you live like in the area I live.
Mhm.
Michael Jackson, number one. Michael Mania, I still can't put in words. And it's interesting. There's two forms of Michael Mania. Michael Mania in the 80s, Michael Mania in his afterlife. This is what we're experiencing now, right? Then
Mhm.
we also had a phenom with Menudo. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it was
Mhm.
really popular Spanish group when Michael Jackson came out in the 80s, and Justin Bieber. Those are the only
Yeah.
things I've experienced. Like Justin Bieber shut down New York so bad. I gotta
Bieber
show this picture
fever.
up. Like I have, if I find this picture, I said, "Oh my god!" So I was supposed to see Justin Bieber, but it was between Latoya Jackson and Justin. Now you already know I chose Latoya, but I end up stopping by Macy's just to see it. They shut the store, and you have to see how massive Macy's. They shut it down in a way, and it reminded me of like Michael Jackson when I was a kid. The way they,
Mhm.
it was madness. So the point is, it's rare you see these type of phenomenals, and the fact that they were able to like capture what it was like to live in that era. I cannot wait to see the 80s. I love the 80s. I'm so glad I was around for that. I was like, the 80s was unbelievable. So this is an official picture. This was placed on Prince and a few other places. But what were you saying before, Tori? I didn't mean to cut you off.
Um.
In terms of maybe the slide will remind you what you were trying to say. Sorry about that.
Oh, well, something silly. Kind of. No, I don't know why. It when you had said you pay attention to hands, we were talking about when you met Jafar and how his essence reminded you of Michael. I'm you're like a hands person. I'm a listen to how you talk and what you say type of person. And I'm telling y'all, anytime he pronounces a word with a T or a P, that's Michael's nephew right there. I'm like, why? They may not have the same tone all the time. Um, but the way he says certain words, I'm like, wait, y'all are
Right?
twins? What in the world?
And that's just him being himself. So all he has to do is just pretty much the acting, right?
Mhm.
That's like, I remember you gave me this slide earlier. Like, look at the details. Wait, here it's this slide. Come on, man. Like, this is amazing. I'm like, where's Jafar in this picture? That's, let's give a shout out to the makeup artist in here. Makeup in here. Let's give a shout out. Like,
What is his name? Bill. I might get his name wrong. Shout out to the makeup guy. I know you covered him in one of your previous lives recently, but it's amazing.
yeah. So this is like, this is something to be excited about, but at the same time, we already have the public that has issues with Michael, which might spill over to Jafar. We don't need to like attack Jafar, and we're supposed to be fans of Michael Jackson or
Gotcha.
fans of the family. Because I was like, give him a chance. Like I am liking what I'm seeing. Like even the freaking hands, I'm done. Oh my gosh, it's the details, and you're like, I'm not sure what story they're going to share, but we can definitely tell there's a couple of eras. Now this has got linked on Entertainment Tonight, so I felt like this was safe to show.
Mhm.
um but like I said, moving forward, if it's not distributed by Prince or the film company, we're not sharing it. Even ET, it has to be stuff from the family or the film moving forward. But and we're not demonizing anyone who's sharing the links. I'm making that very, very
Right.
clear. I'm just saying I want to create a safe space for everybody. If 99% said, oh, leak away, then I'd have been like, fine, let's just do it. But between the possible strikes and the fact that some of you guys, 35% said no, I want to be surprised or only show the stuff that's on TV. I want to respect the community of that we have set here for you guys. So the errors so far, haha. And it's so funny. Somebody had a question about errors. Where did it go? Um, what's your favorite era look so far? That's a great question. Because we can't share the leak pictures. We had a leak picture of the Jackson 5 era. I was like, wow. We can talk about it in detail. Off the Wall was leaked, and Thriller. My vote for me personally is Off the Wall. Let me give a shout out to my girl. Hold up. This wasn't planned, but since my freaking office looks like a crazy woman lives in here today, I want to give out a shout out to my girl Red. I brought this shirt from her. I believe I have a promotional code. I think it's called Gadget 10. I don't know what the percentage is off, but I was like, I love Off the Wall. That's my era. That's my era. That's the decade I was born. I think it's my opinion. I'm about to say something really bad, but I think that's my favorite album. I always struggle between Thriller and Off the Wall, but the more we listen to Michael, Station Heads, and all this stuff, it's Off the Wall.
Welcome to the Brick Squad. We've been expecting you.
Yeah. There's songs on Thriller that are just as strong as the stuff on Off the Wall, but Thriller doesn't still have the bangers as Off the Wall does. Like Off the Wall, you can play that whole thing straight. But yeah, team Off the Wall. I wish I could have declared this when Melly was alive, just saying. Like, I was like, I can finally pick the album. It's Off the Wall. So let me just see what y'all commented. Dad, oh my God, it's a lot of comments today. Yes, Brick Squad. That is my era.
Wait, were you talking about eras that?
Oh, from the film. Oh, for the film, it's still Off the Wall.
Oh, okay.
So for the film and in real life, it's Off the Wall. So what's your favorite era then from the leak pictures, Tori? I think you've seen them all.
Oh. Off the Wall or Dangerous? Off the Wall or Dangerous?
Oh, I forgot to. Well, Dangerous is this one. I just forgot to put it. This one, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry, Dangerous. I forgot.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. Okay, I have to admit, Dangerous is just as strong as Off the Wall, if not the best.
Yes. And he's doing Man in the Mirror. Y'all know how I feel about that song.
Get the tissues.
Give it tissue.
Hi, can you sponsor our channels?
I will record. I won't show the screen, but I'll record from the theater.
Look what MJ Fangirl. So with this feature, I believe, I don't know what tier you have to pay to get this, but if you ever decide to do streaming, I would suggest StreamYard. If you want to help support the channel, I also have affiliate links in here too. So if it's, something you want to do, thank you, Brittany. She also mentioned that earlier about us having dual lives. So me and Tori struggled about doing this. And I said, you should do it because Tori and I work equally hard on these slides and stuff. And I'm like, no, if you're spending time on my channel, why not get the credit? So, because if she's on my channel, she doesn't get any credit that she puts on her channel. So if anybody ever does collab with me, you could definitely do a dual. I don't mind because it's a lot of work to do these lives, just even talking when we should be in bed. But at least, most of us are not at work tomorrow. Thank God. Right? Shout out to StreamYard. If I remember right, MJ Fangirl was the first person to use StreamYard. And I remember I called her and I said, how are you putting the comments up? So I was like, this is awesome technology. Oh, I don't know about Thriller pick. I just got my right. Thriller
the
for
baby
me and
hair.
Dangerous. Wait. Good thing I was 16 during. Listen, I keep saying that like I'm so glad, like I was too young to be that girl. That's what I'm going to say. Like, right? I love doing StreamYards. I'm keeping it real. So I did an event this week. It took me like 10 hours to edit this video. And I was like, even though like, well, how long it takes you to do like slides? Like maybe a good hour or two, Tori?
Sometimes it takes me a while.
But never as long as editing a video. At least not for me. I was like, I'd rather just do a live.
Yeah.
I am going to give y'all regular content. It's just I
This
couldn't afford the software to edit on the MacBook, so we still got to get $300 for that. But I was like, baby steps, baby steps. But
right.
I'm not a fast editor, so I love editing though. Don't get that twisted. All right, we got another Brick Squad, Team Dangerous,
I love Dangerous. I love the tour.
Invincible,
Oh, you got taste.
Off the Wall. Right? I don't know. Oh, listen, Jafar's going to steal all of our hearts. He really is. I'm so excited for him, but at the same time, I'm going to call myself his auntie because I'm an auntie age. Being the protective auntie, I don't want nobody messing with my nephew. Like, I don't understand this. Like, y'all coming for somebody and he's not even really out there like that. And it's like, this makes sense. You leaking his music. It's like you criticizing every little thing. I was like, dang, the movie's not even out yet.
I had
Wait till it's out.
I had somebody say, because I was talking today, and I was telling them like, y'all, people real life get mad because Jafar looks like his own father, and I'm like, how y'all mad that he looks like his dad? And one person was like, oh, they really get mad about that, like, oh, because da 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 or whatever. And then somebody else was like, yeah, like his dad's Michael's brother. How you think he got the role? And I almost said something. I'm like, don't start with that nepotism stuff right now. Don't start, because Graham King said he had met Jafar over 2 years ago now. And ever since he met him, he had Jafar in his head and he could not pick anyone else for this role.
All right. So let's say Jafar wasn't a good fit. If you could have picked someone outside Jafar, is there someone that would be considered a good Michael?
It'd have to be somebody that an upcoming actor that I have never seen, because I'm thinking about A-list actors that we know right now, like well-known actors, I guess. Not necessarily A-list, but like well-known actors. I couldn't think of anyone.
I couldn't. Chat, if you couldn't pick Jafar, was there somebody that you wish they would have considered?
You know who I thought about? For Teenage and Off the Wall, maybe even Thriller? Miles. But you know, Miles is doing the musical. And I don't know if he would want to be like in like maybe movies. Well, he was supposed to be in a movie, I think, but maybe he just didn't want to do this, or he had prior engagements with the musical. Maybe that's why. But that's the only other person that I could think of for specific eras.
I would say a little. I might agree with that. Besides Jafar, no one. That's what I agree with. I'm with that one.
I couldn't. Now, Little Michael, had they done this movie years ago? For Little Michael, I was thinking Jahi Winston, the one who played Little Ralph Tresvant, because he sung like him when he was little, and he
my favorite is Jason Weaver. He's a grown man, though. I love me some Jason Weaver as Little Michael in American Story. But the makeup department, I'm going to give them props. Yeah. I'm going to give them props. I still struggle with Nia's wig sometimes. I'm sorry, I hate to be messy, but I'm keeping this real with y'all. But everything else is really good. So I'm like, I don't know why Nia's not getting the love as everybody else on the cast. But again, just listen. I say what they call it, constructive criticism. I'm not trying to be mean. That's the only one. But I was saying this out the gate for the last one. I was just like, her wigs look like mine. And all I gotta say is my wigs are struggling. So y'all gotta tighten up that wig for Nia, because I love me some Nia Long. Like I really do.
There was one picture I did see where I was like, okay, I see it. Like it was like a straight on face shot of her, and I was like, I'm starting to see it. I'm starting to see it.
Feature wise, her real face is perfect, but it's just little things like a wig. A wig, child. Like my goal was to even learn how to do my own wigs properly. Like I did a I did a vlog with Billy D. Williams. Yo, so I had the green wig on. Why do I see the black paisley here on the side? I didn't even try to put like gel or nothing. So my mama, when she was alive, she used to watch my YouTube and she goes, "Do you know what gel is? Do you know what gel is?" So
Not
when I
edge
was
control.
yo, my mama was so mad at me. So then when I edited the video this week, I said, "Oh my God, I know my mother's from heaven is pissed right now." Like pissed. But to just in my defense, I'm one of those black girls who don't know how to do my hair. And my boyfriend who was paying for this stuff is no longer in my life. So I can't afford the hair to get done. So I got to lie to my own hair. It's like, get some more money, something. I was like, I don't know how to braid. I don't do anything by myself when it comes to hair. I'm so used to people doing my own hair. I'm like, how do you do anything? I haven't had to do a wig right because you got to put the edge control. But anyway, I say all that. Like, can y'all just tighten Nia's wigs just a little bit? That was my whole point of the stupid rant. Because they let me shut up. It doesn't suck, but you're not giving me Jafar energy for her wig units as you do for his. His is perfect. I got
I
to
mean,
say
they
about
had
Jafar.
Jafar's edges laid like Michael. I was like, y'all did it.
So So I think this slide. Oh, pending scene. This one is Tori's theory.
It's a theory. So, and Nia Long put this on her story. She's flying to what looks like Jamaica, and some people were like, "Oh, could this be for the movie?" Like, and I got to thinking, what scene in Jamaica could be taking place? If it is, it's not confirmed. It's just theory. And if you would like to go to the next slide, in 1975, the Jackson Five, they went to Jamaica. They met Bob Marley. And Catherine's in that picture. So Catherine was there. Nia Long's playing Catherine. Just a theory, though. Just a theory, y'all. But if they depict that in the movie, I'm telling y'all, that's going to be an amazing movie, because just stuff like that, like this is something that people don't really. It's not as looked at or like remembered as other things regarding the Jackson Five and Michael and stuff. This right here is historical, and this picture right here is iconic. Is that Michael's fro back there? I don't even think you can see him. You just see like this fro behind this man. That is so funny.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Can y'all see what I'm saying? No, but I know it's like towards the middle. Oh my God. I've always wanted to meet Michael Jackson. I told you I think that's my soulmate. I'm not saying that's my husband. I'm saying that's my soulmate. There's a difference. A soulmate can be just a really good friend, someone that makes you feel good when you're in the energy. I was like, I always wanted to meet him. Oh my God. I'd have been like, Michael, come over. Let's play some Switch. I want to make some awesome vegan mac and cheese. I make one of the best vegan mac and cheeses on the planet, I think. Like, one of the best I've ever tasted. I'm sure there's better. I just haven't it. I'm saying if there's a better mac and cheese than mine that's vegan, let me know. But there's something about Michael. And it's crazy, like when I'm around Prince, and Tyler would tell you, I always like act like a kid when I'm around them. I just feel like there's something in their energy that makes you be who you really are. Like I don't get to be myself. Like I remember I went to another event this week. So it's bunch of black women my age. Here I come with my green hair. And they were looking at me up and down like, how dare you? How dare you? And I was just like, I don't want to look like I'm 90 years old. I'm still young. Like, and there's no shade. The women look beautiful, but I don't understand like how people don't embrace people that are different too.
Yeah.
I was just like, I came in looking nice. I smell good. And I actually had my wig for a change. I had the I had all the hair that needed to be hidden. But I was just like, I just like people who accept people that are different. I'm old enough to know that I'm never going to change. I'm going to be a very kid adult, and I'm proud of it. I get so excited for life. Like when we saw Billy D. Williams this week, oh my God, that's a legend.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally said months ago, oh, I want to meet Billy D. And I named 7 other people I wanted to meet. And it just, shout out to Rocky. This was Rocky and her magic as always. Rocky got an inside scoop about it. And she's like, he's going to be there. Girl, oh my God. I'm like, I just want to give people their flowers in real time. The
Yeah.
Jacksons, Billy D, there are, for me, it's not necessarily black icons. It's just people of greatness. And if you're black, you're black. But you also know I give love to non-black people too. I'd be like, shout out to Chris, Hayden Christensen. There's some people that they deserve their flowers. Give them their flowers. So I don't know. It's been a very awesome weekend. So y'all started leaking the pictures and people like to share. You are sharing stuff that you shouldn't be sharing. I'm like, no.
I was like, oh, I said, let me take this down. Let me explain things because this, oh man.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, like everybody can do whatever they want to do, but
Mhm.
you know, like I might be watching YouTubers that are leaking. It just won't be on my channel. That's all. I was like, it's truly no judgment. That's all I'm gonna be saying. But I just don't want to spoil stuff. The slide is stuck on my computer, so I don't know if we could try comments until my computer decides to come back on.
Ah,
But yeah, let me
oh
see if I
man.
miss.
Oh, there
Uh,
it goes.
so these are the actors that have been authorized to be revealed so
Mm-hmm.
far. Oh my God. Do y'all see what I'm seeing? Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead.
I,
Do we want to look Coleman's work up or just say the names?
it's up to you. I don't mind.
You know what? Actually, I want to do it, but I probably can't do it. So I'll tell y'all what, because on the computer, it's really frozen.
Mm-hmm.
So that means if I put video, it's going to get worse. When I get my new computer set up, I owe you a breakdown of their work, like how we did for like the production crew.
Mm-hmm.
But there's Coleman, Neil Long, gorgeous woman. How do you say his name?
It's either Giuliano or Juliano.
Okay. Miles Teller.
I heard of him, but I don't think I've seen anything that he's in. I do know he's like a really well known famous actor though. I'll have to look him up.
Right. Like I really like wanted to do that even for this one, but I was like, girl, this computer is not cooperating. So that's that dream. So we're gonna get into the Jackson news. I'm excited. The Jacksons, we see you and we celebrate you. Off the head, I forgot to put Austin Brown's slide, but Austin Brown recently did a concert
Mm-hmm.
at the Aspens. Everyone looked like they were having the time of their life. Sorry, Austin, my bad. We just put
Yeah.
this together today. Talk about your chart week, girl.
Ah,
Talk about
y'all.
your chart week.
It was a wonderful, long and short 7 days, but y'all know, I have been doing Demeter Joe Chart Week, and this kicked off February 9th and went all the way until February 15th. So, like a couple days ago, it ended, and it was a week of streaming, buying Janet Jackson's Demeter Joe album, to get justice for Demeter Joe. Y'all know the Super Bowl incident had happened in 2004. They even try to bring it up this year and villainize her again. And because of that incident, they treated her unfairly and stuff, and as a result, and even sabotaged her album, Demeter Joe, that year, and it didn't do as well as it should have because of that. So, um, this year is also going to be the 20th anniversary of the album, and every February, they do what's called Janet Jackson Appreciation Day. So I wanted to do Demeter Joe Chart Week that week because Janet Jackson Appreciation Day falls on Super Bowl Sunday. So I'm like, this will go hand in hand, and the Michael Jackson fans, the online community, we have done chart weeks for him, and we've done, station head parties and stuff for him. So I'm like, we need to do this for Janet. We need to make this happen for her for real, because this is long overdue. She deserves this. And I didn't know how many people would show up and, participate and stuff, but Jan Fam did what was needed to be done. She was charting on iTunes and Amazon. They put in work consistently, nonstop, 7 days in these station head parties all day long. And everyone just worked really hard. Of course, we had our 7 days of station head parties in the evenings and stuff. But we find out what chart position she's at on Tuesday. Now, we were gunning for global charting and US charting. So fingers crossed.
So here's my question. If you didn't reach the goal that you want, are we doing a Demeter Joe chart week during the anniversary of Demeter Joe, which is actually is like almost a month from now, like 5 weeks from now, or that's pending?
Sorry, I have to plug in my computer. It's about to die, but my cord is getting hot. There we go. So I know that we are talking about doing it again in March when the anniversary happens. And it would be really cool if she put out a deluxe version. That way we can buy it and have more sales go towards this re-release of the album. So
that'd be cool. That would be cool. So I'm like, speaking of Janet Jackson, let me tell you something. Sis, your stylist, your makeup, your team. If anybody comes to my house, I have a very similar coat like that for real. Every time Janet Jackson does Fashion Week, I'd be like, Janet, can I just please hang out with you one time? Like, you don't have to buy me no clothes. You have to do my hair, though, because I can't do wig installations. We already explained this. And I do decent makeup, but your artist does it better. She is so stunning. Like, I'm thinking about doing the Janet Jackson concert with that hairstyle. You can't tell me that hairstyle is fire.
Oh my God, you're the second person that said it. I was thinking about this.
No, like, are you kidding me? Child, actually, let's play a little clip of Janet from Fashion Week. Janet is just always giving me life. And then, like, she'll rock a sweatsuit the same way she rocks Fashion Week. I'm just here for her. Let me play. It's a little love from Janet.
Here it's all down. It's going to be exciting. It's a genius.
Unimaginable, beautiful, and so happy to be here.
Thank you.
I wanted to share more, but since the stuff was like on other people's stuff, but I was just like, first of all, black and white, shout out to the Jackson 5. It's my favorite combination, period. And since I usually have color here, the black and white, even my glasses, they're black and white. The black and white and the pop of whatever my hair color is that year, I was just like, but I gagged when I saw the coat. I have a blazer very similar to, I was like, ma'am, Miss Jackson, I'm sorry, wrong name. And then she looks stunning. Like,
she had us fooled.
She had a what? Oh.
She had us fooled because there's a picture. I don't know if you have it in your slides. You mind if I pull it up real quick?
Yeah.
So there's a picture of her. Well, actually, I do want to show something.
I meant to play that and I forgot. You're right. Janet think that's on Appreciation Day. Dad, Kelly, I just realized I forgot to make that a video.
So sorry, let me see if I can put this up.
Do you like my style?
So she had this picture's flipped.
Oh, this one here?
Yeah, but I'm gonna pinpoint that circle thing real quick. But we thought she was gonna have a bust down, like just long, like a silk press or something. she finally posted the selfie. She had these two little these, well, not little, they were long ponytails. I was like, we thought she was gonna pull up with a silk press. She played us. But then the picture that she posted, you know, when you take a mirror selfie or like a selfie, the picture gets like reversed. And I looked at her shirt the first time and I was like, yo, why does that font look familiar? I was like, is that the Jackson shirt? I was like, nah. And then I looked at it again. And I was like, hold on, let me flip this. Y'all, talk about a supportive sister. She wearing the Jackson shirt.
Oh, you got a good eye, Tori. Tori be catching stuff nobody catch but Tori. She said, you see that little emblem? That's the Jacksons.
Mm-hmm.
You still. Oh, shout out to Queen Latifah too.
Yeah.
Queen Latifah, these women look amazing. They look almost the way they did when they came out as like young 20-somethings. Well, Janet came out as a kid, but oh my Lord. That's funny. MJ Fangirl's wearing that shirt right now. I need to order that shirt.
No,
the
I
site's been
got
down
bad
lately,
news.
right? Right? This site's down, right?
Yes. And I told myself, get the shirt before they sell out or you can't get it no more. And I didn't listen.
I got some stuff from the website, but now I'm like, no, I need the shirt.
I got Marlon's shirt though.
Oh, that's great. They do look beautiful. Shout out to them because as a woman of a particular age, I love to see women older than me, but I can still consider my peers, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
One still looking phenomenal, still doing great things. I was just like, it comes to show you, like, as long as you put in the hard work, you could do whatever you want for as long as you want to do it. Billy D. Williams is 86. You know, he's about to be 87. It's like, yo, live your life. Dag. I ordered two. Oh my God.
I should have got
They
it.
did it was a good side. I did I should have got more. Oh well. Let's get back to the slides. Oh my gosh. Where'd the slides go? Trish, where did it go? Oh. So that's Janet during Fashion Week. Now, I'm excited about this because I don't know why I'm going to be in California because I promised myself I'm not leaving New York. I got to pay off these bills. But something tells me I'm going to be in California this year anyway. I don't know how, but I think I'm going to be there.
I love that
So
place.
me and Tori and I think Jess and Jen did not go to the cafe when we went to Havenhurst. So when we figure out why we're down there this year, I say we go because they are doing another year of this.
I cannot wait. I don't know when I'm going, but I was like, I got to get back to that place sometime.
It because of how LA's traffic is, we didn't want to risk going there and then being late to Havenhurst. Mm-hmm. We clearly made the right choice. We were in traffic for quite some time from the airport to the hotel. By the time we got there, was it like 15 minutes to get dressed? And then we went straight to Havenhurst. So it wasn't going to happen. Mm-hmm. Age is just an absolutely. But you know what? I knew even when I was young that I had a feeling I was going to be the adult that I was going to be because my mom's like this and so was her dad. But we're the only three like this. The rest of my family is so serious compared to me. So I was just like, but I always loved how happy my mother was. And I always loved how happy my grandfather is. So I said, I want to be more like them. You know, like my grandfather had Snoopy all around his house the way I have like Baby Yoda. And my mom, she just had stuffed animals everywhere. My mom's the serious of us three though. But my grandfather, he's just so much joy. Like I'm like, I want to be an adult that's happy all the time. I think it's just having at least some remnants of your childhood. It doesn't mean you have to be a child. You have to be adult-like. So you have to pay your bills. You have to be responsible. Mm-hmm. But you know, enjoy your life. Live your dream. Be like Jennifer Lopez. She's 50 years old, looking like she's like 12 still. She looks great. Like, right? We had no time. Listen, if y'all ever go to Havenhurst, I'm telling you, the time goes quick. I don't know why it goes so quick, but it's unforgivingly quick. Hopefully that gets to go back again. Round 3. Like I still never went inside any of the bathrooms, porta potty, or the bathroom itself. Next time, that's my goal.
It's so funny, you and Rocky. I feel like y'all have the same goals to go to
I just want to go to the bathroom. I just want to see where the bathroom or. I was like, what?
I would love to see the memory room, but I know that's sacred for the family. So
some people got to go into it, but it's like so strict how they go about it. But I'm just saying, just had some good ideas how to get into that memory room. I'm just saying, like,
just knowing, like,
we'll pay for it. Just let us know.
Right. But just knowing, like, the effort that Michael put into that room and the backstory of it and the importance and stuff, I'm like, that's special.
Heck yeah. So what's the other thing coming up? It's so funny. The slides are stuck again. Lord willing, y'all, this will be your last slide with me like this. It will be a whole new computer in here. What the?
Oh wait, you just back. I think you skipped one. Oh,
a lot, because I guess it went ahead every time I pressed it. So February 21st. Listen, guys, I'm not going to tell you my theory, but I have a theory about this day. Y'all better follow the Hill Los Angeles website. And if you're even smarter, I would sign up for the newsletter. My gut is telling me y'all going to want to pay attention. For real.
Yep.
After they announce what they're going to announce, then we'll share our theory. Because you know why? We actually have a live that day. Break it down,
sis. So February 21st is Wednesday. I have to pick the time, but it'll probably be like later in the evening. It's BG's birthday. So y'all know he just put a movie out called Rochelle, and I've heard really good things about it, and I've read the plot, and it sounds like really good. And I have to read a review. Well, I'm gonna wait to read the reviews because I don't want any spoilers about the movie. But I heard, in Justice for Some, she said that there are different life lessons you get from this movie, and you can watch it multiple times and get different lessons out of it. So I'm excited to see this movie. For the longest, BG has shown a love for film, wanting to direct films and movies and stuff, and now the time has finally come. So we're going to talk about that and the success that he has had with this movie already. And yeah, also it's available. We're going to watch it through
Amazon, right?
Prime Video, Amazon Prime, and then I think Roku. There's another one that you can find, I think, for global stuff. I have to go back to the source where I found it from. But yeah, you will have to pay for it. So just get ready.
But pay for it. I think
right.
you could rent it, but we're Jackson Family supporters. Please pay for it. What is it, like $5 or $10?
It's $5 at most.
And you get to keep it forever and ever. You have, it's like, why not? He won an award for it. I agree with this, Kelly. BG is giving me Michael everything. He's so handsome. His smile, everything. All the Jacksons are just adorable. I hate that family. They're so freaking cute. They're so freaking cute. I was like, y'all are just the cutest family I've ever seen. Like, oh.
And they're so nice.
It's crazy. When we met BG last year, you could say he got a little anxiety, but what I noticed about him, when you spoke to him about something about him, it would just go away. So I was like, I shout out to BG for coming out his comfort zone for us. Thanks, bae. Well, not bae, but thanks, BG. It's like, I'm an auntie. I can't call you bae.
Is that what like New Yorkers say? Like,
yeah.
Like, how some people say like, oh dear, sweetheart.
Yeah, but I think because of the age difference, I just feel weird saying that. So I'd be like, okay, hey BG, like
yeah.
My nephew and all my nieces and nephews, well, not nieces, my nieces are super young, they're like still in high school and stuff. But my nephews are a little older. They be checking me real quick. They're like, no, auntie, no, sit down. Like, but they love me. They think I'm like a big kid. All right. Can we get into this single? Can we get into this single? Make sure you are streaming, downloading, showing love to TJ Jackson. He gave us so much love today. Well, now it's yesterday because now it's a whole different day. But the point is, he did a premiere of the video yesterday morning at 11 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I don't think I can show it, can I? Right? It's risky,
What?
right?
The
No,
song?
right? Song muted. The music video. No, it's too risky, right?
Yeah.
Just go on his channel, check it out. The production's so freaking good. So I made a comment. I'm so glad he read it. So let's check out what I said to TJ today. I said, oh, well, if the computer ever comes on, it's like, what the? All right. So he read my comment. Let me just see if I can activate it on this side. I said, look at TJ connecting with his fans. All right.
I
Here
love
we
the
go.
Jackson family says, I love the music video. I think acting may be in your blood, TJ. I don't know. I don't really consider, I appreciate the compliment. I love that you love the music video. I don't know. Acting's challenging. I'm such a tough critic when it comes to art, probably because of the family I'm from, whether it's music, drawing, painting, writing, acting, directing. We're built to like critique, not to be mean, but to see how it could be better. And I feel like if I started to really act, I'd see so many holes that it would really mess with my psyche. So I don't know, but I do love doing this in the short films. It's fun. It is something I used to always want to do, is act. And who knows, maybe one day I will.
Now look at his face. TJ, just on your looks alone, you might want to pursue acting. I'm telling you. There's something about it. It's giving me actor's vibe. Then he was all dressed. I was just like, he acts?
Yeah, like this whole thing is supposed to be, well, this is part of the short film he's doing for his album. And in a way, in a music video, you're like putting out expressions, like expressing yourself, what the story of the song. So he is acting already. He's so humble. He
said he's fine with the shorter versions of it, but it's just like, you might want to expand. Like TJ, I used to be a correspondent on like one of those entertainment type of channels. Like any of the family members can do that, but TJ does have like that Mario Lopez energy about him, and I always felt like, yeah, you could sing and stuff, which is great, but I'm like, I always felt like he legitimately has that. You know what I'm saying? That, yeah, you might want to get into acting. I think it's something you might want to explore. I'm just saying. Right? They're all soothing. They get all Jackson's need to do, like, I know Jermaine Jackson the second does voiceover stuff.
He does.
But
wait,
at
what?
least he did for his father's album record.
Oh. Okay, I remember.
Not the record, the audiobook.
Mm-hmm. No, there was one time I was watching I don't know, the iconic 1993 Michael Jackson deposition. I'm just laying there watching it. Next thing I know, I'm knocked out. Mike didn't talk me to sleep.
I remember when Taj did a station head. I think it was with was it Taj? I think it was Taj. He did a station head, I think with you, in honor of Melly. This is where it went left. I'm already tired. Here comes a soft-spoken Taj. I think I lasted 10 minutes. I was knocked the hell out. It was like someone read a bedtime story to me. So thank God you had it on the replay, because I said, oh my gosh, Taj came out to play tribute to Melly. The least I could do is listen to what the man said. And unfortunately, I heard it maybe minutes before my live. That's what made me cry, what he said. So I was just like, thanks, Taj, you made me cry. But he has a very soothing voice. But I can't listen to them when I'm tired. I'm going to fall asleep. I'm like, done. Like, but I did hear it, thank God, because you had replay because that's how I got the audio. I was like, they all got very soft, soothing voices. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Um, so here's the good news. Well, bad news, that's good news. We were supposed to have a station head with TJ yesterday. He's moving it to February 24th. We're going to stream his new song. We're loving it. As Karina said, it's dope. It's giving me Sade vibes. It's like, I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm.
We're also going to play his video. TJ has a new CD coming out March 8th. When you have a chance, check out his new music video. Then go on his channel. He had a live discussion with us today. That's how we learned about the CD. He has a new documentary, like you said. He has stuff coming out. All the details of what I'm saying is in that video, and we're going to watch it so you can get Google money and revenue and all the stuff that comes with YouTube. And Chris Tucker is back on tour. He's coming back out March 14th. Now we were supposed to have a Chris Tucker party today, but you guys voted for this. So maybe down the line we'll have maybe a Chris Tucker watch party in April. We'll get back to there's a reason why April might even be better. So we didn't forget you, Chris. August 31st, Fools in Love is, I guess, like one of those music festivals. The Jacksons will be part of it. If you love just real good music, this might be something you want to look into. And tomorrow, if you can't stop talking about the biopic, I will be doing a collaboration with Red Jackson, my awesome friend from was it the UK?
Mm-hmm.
And I have no idea what his perspective will be, but I can never stop talking about the biopic. So if you guys want to talk some more about the biopic, we will be on his channel for Red Jackson's channel at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 5 p.m. if you're in the UK time zone. So that's Tori, we did that. Less than an hour and a half. I'm so proud of us. Boop, boop.
I know we can talk.
But I promise I would stop doing this to y'all because of the biopic, Tori and I had no idea to what our schedule was to like, oh, we have plenty to talk about now. Like, so it's actually pushed my real content back because I was like, well, I'd rather talk about the biopic. I'm excited about this. Sorry that poor Jafar's music got leaked though. That kind of sucked. Yeah. But
I hope this doesn't keep happening because, like, that kind of, he's now on a higher level. And sometimes I notice that some Jacksons will, they might pull away or they might not be as available because of like the disrespect that they receive. And you don't want this to be a situation like that where he doesn't want to share things with us anymore because something like this can happen, So I'm really hoping this doesn't happen again.
Yeah, I was like, I've never seen it like leak on the real platforms. YouTube, yeah, like it's like a freaking Wild Wild West. But it was on Spotify, Apple Music. That's why I thought it was real because I was just like, it's on the actual platforms where you make short content. That's I was like, like I said, the title was like really in the middle of the week. Those are two things I'm like, that's weird. But Jafar, welcome to entry level superstardom. Yeah, because they really messing with y'all. Was it real or AI? I believe it was real.
It was real.
It was real. Someone had said earlier that this song had like a whole different title for real.
Yep.
Oh, that's true about the Janet. A lot of the family are good actors. Janet definitely and Michael are really good. My favorite Michael performance is in Ghost.
Literally same.
He ate that. He ate that.
He played two different roles and had a lot of people fooled for years. They didn't even know the mayor was him.
What's your favorite Janet performance?
Ooh. Oh my goodness. Ooh, I'm thinking. You know what I'm gonna say?
Hmm.
I'm gonna say Good Times. Because to be as young as she was, to be able to show emotion and cry on command, she talked about it. That was like years of like, hurt, things that she was going through coming out. But that just showed her talent right there. Like, that was
That I think
heavy.
that's an excellent choice. I chose the one with Tyler Perry, and she was using that golf club.
That too. But
That
that's
was a
sad.
good one. That's probably surrounded losing Michael,
Mm-hmm.
but you felt it. You felt that anger. So you did that. Kelly, I forgot to answer this question. StreamYard is I would say streaming interface that allows you to easily share stuff like comments, collaborations like this. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's the most user-friendly streaming app the streaming platform. It doesn't have an app yet. Either you have to use it on, through the internet or through on the computer. It's on what, Chrome? But it's definitely something like if you wanted to streaming on Twitter or YouTube, or it's just something about it. You could put external cameras to it, external mics, so it's more professional. I love it. And like I said, I got exposed to it through MJ Fangirl. I have not been the same. And Teresa writes, "Can I use iMovie?" Yes and no. I could, but I usually use, I would say, 4 to 6 lines of media every time I edit, and I think iMovie only allows 2. So it's a lot of tech talk. Sorry, guys. But you're right. If I'm in a pinch, I could use it because iMovie is free. But I use LumaFusion on my iPad to edit, and it allows me to have like 6 layers of video and 6 layers of audio. So that's why when you see stuff moving around, it's because I can have so many layers. So I'm from a very strong graphic background in college. I actually won an award for it. Haha. So I kind of wish I stuck to it because I really get passionate about making things better. So I'd
Mm-hmm.
probably be really good with special effects or graphics. But when I graduated college, YouTube wasn't a money thing, but I just felt like it was a creative outlet more to my personality. And I don't like structure. I mean, even though like we have to have some level of structure in YouTube, when you're in television, they were like they want you there like 4 or 5 in the morning, and I'm like, unless I live in Manhattan with the studio, we're not getting on the train 4 in the morning or 3 in the morning. We're not doing that. And the pay wasn't good enough for me to like put my life at risk, so I just ended up doing YouTube. And thank God now for real, people make money off of YouTube, so that kind of worked out. I made the right choice for me. But if I was to work in TV or movies, I definitely would do like special effects, graphics. That makes me excited. I'd be like, oh my god! Like all the PA work I've ever done, I was always the special effect girl because when I understand it well and I'm passionate and I never get tired of it. So
Mm-hmm.
poetic justice. Okay, poetic justice.
You remember the watch party?
Yes, different strokes is a good one for Janet.
Mm-hmm.
Michael played all 5 main characters, including the mayor. Yes, absolutely. He ate that. Like,
He did.
I thought Michael was going to do more acting after he did that. I mean, he did, but it was stuff like Men in Black and Castaway. Do not watch Castaway unless you guys just want to laugh. But it's like, but I just thought he would do like really robust projects like that. That's what it's called. I forgot. Why Did I Get Married was real on hearing Michael's passing, and Tyler said, yeah, I couldn't imagine. Like, ugh, Janet, just in general, like I remember today here's my TMI for the month. But some of my coworkers think I'm mean. So I finally told a coworker, without getting into details, like I said, I'm not mean. I'm grieving, and you guys don't respect what I'm saying. If I say
Mhm.
leave me alone, leave me alone. And for some reason, people refuse to leave me alone. So when the person spoke to me, they had so much grace. They had no idea all the stuff I've been going through. And then literally we just lost Melanie almost like a month ago. So I was
Mhm.
just like, and I promise you, I have not told you all the people I lost. You'll be on the floor crying. So I just be like, this have grace on people. You don't know what they go through. At work, I prefer to be quiet. Because I am so chatty, on YouTube, and I'm chatty with my family. I just need at least some time to just decompress. And I don't want to really interact with people at work because half the time people at work are complicated. I'll just leave it at
Yes.
that. So I just rather not interact with you. I just rather just be in my pockets of peace. So I say all that, like, people just don't know what you're going through, and I just could imagine, Janet's doing this awesome project for Tyler Perry, and her brother dies. I can imagine what that felt like. Like, it must have been hell on earth. And
Mhm.
you felt that, and you did feel that in her performance. I say all that to back up what she was saying. Oh my gosh, my first degree was in TV film. It's not. The only way you make money is, one, if you do like special effects and graphics and all that kind of stuff, but you also have to commit to having no life. And all my boyfriends have children, so you become like these fake stepmoms and whatever. And I was like, even though I never wanted kids of my own, I was always open to be with someone with kids, if
Mhm.
that makes any sense. So I said, I don't want to give my life to something unless it's my baby, my business. And like I said, I'm still not sure what my goals and dreams are, because I've learned, like, I think the problem with America, I don't know about the rest of the world, because I feel like America is the most money hungry capitalistic country. But anyway, the problem is the lies they've been selling to us has caused us to feel inadequate about ourselves. So
Mhm.
I decided this year is to let God lead me to what he just lead me into whatever direction I'm supposed to go. If
Right.
I'm not supposed to be a rich woman, that's fine. I think I'm rich in other ways. Maybe not financially, but in life, yes.
Mhm.
I just feel like if I don't get caught up into the fake American dream, then I won't fall into the trap of hustle culture, or doing things, or compromising my beliefs, or all this other stuff that comes with a lot of money. I'm not saying all rich people are corrupt. I'm just saying corruption is around money. So I want to be
Yeah.
careful what I'm asking God for moving forward, because I was just like, I don't think God has opened certain doors for me because he needed me to see something first. And we learned a lot last year, in the last couple of months. That's all I'm going to say. I was like, dang, like, there's no amount of money or fame that's worth your soul. I'm
Right.
sorry. I don't care what. I'd rather work at McDonald's as a vegan for the rest of my life than to sell my soul. This life on earth is short. Even if you are one of them lucky people who live 100 years, that time will go fast, y'all. It's almost March. The year, it
Mhm.
felt like, I was like, dang, 2 months almost passed. Like, I don't know. I would like to provide for my family better, but I just got to figure some stuff out without losing who I am, really who I am. So Janet was awesome, right?
Mhm.
Everyone. So I feel like I liked her in Fame too. I don't remember her as much as, because I'm little, not little, but I'm young. I would love to do a Fame watch party with Janet in it. Oh my God, I don't remember Fame anymore. He did, and it's so good that BG is like doing the directing thing, because I feel like all Michael's children have a piece of Michael. You have Prince doing the humanitarian work. You have Paris doing the music, and of
Mhm.
course also humanitarian work, and then you have BG doing the film. And BG's really big on like world issues too.
Yeah.
So I feel like they have pieces of their dad that's really awesome.
Mhm. And they understand him, and they understand he instilled them with a lot of good, positive things, and putting others first and just being selfless and stuff.
I think it's a flex when you're wealthy or you're wealthier than most and you live a very
Humble
ordinary
life.
life. Yeah,
Hmm.
like where I grew up, I didn't even realize I was in a a rich area until like I got older because everybody's so humble where I'm at. Like it's just they look like they work at freaking Target with the beige pants and stuff. Like everything's just like regular. But in Harlem, so my mom's I don't want to give away my location, but my mom is from one area and my grandmother's from Harlem. Harlem people are different. It's fur coats and designer bags. So I thought rich had to do with your clothes, and I no, it's just not. It's like no. Teresa's like I wasn't even trying to be rich, just cause yeah,
Hmm.
right. Like I got my first offer out of college was 50,000 a year, which is considered decent, but not for New York and not for the fact that I'm never going to have a life. I feel like if I'm not going to have a life, I'm sorry. I want triple that. Because I know people who do jobs way easier and they get triple that. And I'm like, they don't even do nothing. I noticed Jafar had a nice body. Listen, y'all can say that I
Oh,
can't because I'm Auntie
Maddie.
Trish.
Don't forget Maddie, y'all.
I was gonna put Maddie in the slides too. There was a selfie with Maddie and Jafar, and I'm like, nah, I'll let them
I
be.
literally was like, y'all sitting over here trying to bash on Jafar and wasting y'all energy to be negative and stuff. Meanwhile, he living his best life on a Valentine's date with his
Hmm.
girl. So
Oh, I forgot Paris is an actress too.
yes,
Sorry. Listen,
that is a
talented
multifaceted
kids for
family.
sure. I would say Paris embodies Michael the most with the artistry because she does the acting, the singing, you know. Oh, I saw y'all
Yeah,
making me realize I forgot some slides.
yeah, I forgot. It's so much that happened. So much has happened. You got Janet doing stuff, going places. You got the Jacksons. You know they're always performing and stuff. Jafar, Prince, Paris, BG, Randy Jr. It's a lot. It's a lot. She get Trish. Trish.
Hello? Okay. I'm
I
not
was
sure what happened, but on my main computer, the whole thing's off. The whole thing's off. I hope I can end the stream from the iPad.
if not, we stuck here because I can't end it.
But here, let me tell you something. I will thank y'all again. I'm going to thank y'all for the super chats. At least I got 1 month of payment for my computer. Lord willing, this will be the last ghetto live.
Because you were
Um,
just like, and I'm over here listing off all the Jacksons I can remember that's doing stuff right now, and then you're just like,
no, this is so ghetto. Right now I'm running through my actual service from my phone. It say I have no internet, and then this just completely shut down. But I think on my iPad it says end stream, so I should be okay if I close out the computer. I was like, what? Thank God we done with the slides. It's like, listen, I was told you should never replace your gadgets until they're broken. I waited till it was completely broken.
mm-hmm.
So it's time. And I got it refurbished. We'll talk about my new computer on Gadget Trish. We'll break down the specs and why I chose refurbished instead of a brand new one. So that's my next video. I think on Monday. So I was
Are
like,
you able
oh
to click
wait.
comments on here?
I can do comments.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
So I can't thank you guys enough. Like it's encouraging like when number one, when you guys show up. It's encouraging when you thumbs up. It's
Mhm.
encouraging when you leave comments. It's encouraging when you guys actually see us in person and say, hey, I appreciate what you do. It's encouraging when there's super chats. It's like every part of it makes me know I think I made the right choice this year. Thank you.
Y'all gonna have her crying?
No, like Tori, like this YouTube hustle is hard, and especially since we
Mhm.
already have hard jobs in real life. I was just like, I
Yeah.
woke up. Actually, I never went to sleep. I've been up for 26 hours now. I edited from 1 in the morning to 7 in the morning yesterday, and then I went to work. I got off at 3, and then I came here to do the slides, and I did the live, and now we're here, just in that order. And I love it. I love that everyone's just showing love to the Jacksons. I love this. This is actually probably my favorite chapter of this journey because it's just so many celebrations for the Jacksons, all of them, all Jafar, Janet, Austin, Prince, BG, Paris. Like I just love it all.
It's so fun being a Jackson fan because I started out as like, just a Michael fan. And then as you grow up, you get older, you learn more about his background, the family, and I was just immediately drawn to them as I was learning about them. And it's so fun because it's like, I remember throughout this week, I'm like, oh my goodness, they dropped, like, Prince just posted a new picture of Jafar. Oh my goodness. And then Janet's out here um um doing stuff at events, posting her new looks and stuff. And so it's just like multiple things to be excited about at once, sorry. But when it comes to events, when it comes to events, when you're a fan of the Jacksons, Janet, 3T, Paris, Prince with Hill LA, you're gonna have to stretch your money and make it work.
I
It's
don't
a
even
lot.
want to get into like I want to see what the announcement is. I think Dee Dee was the person that she had a theory about what Wednesday's about. I'm not gonna say it out loud. We'll just confirm it on your live. But I agree with you, Dee Dee. I think we're on the same page. But
Mm-hmm.
we have two weird things going on. I can't have this microphone and the power. Plus, it's going through my phone service and not my home. And it's almost 2 hours. And I need to go to bed. Teresa's right. Like I've been up for 26 hours. I'm probably on adrenaline. Adrenal. I can't even get it out. How
Adrenaline.
long have you been going live? In general, that's a good question. I don't. It's been like 2 years now, right, Tori?
I think so. I'm not sure with you. I don't even know how long I've been going live. I think, yeah, for me it's been doing like consistent lives and stuff. It's been like 2 years.
Look, I did lives on Gadget Trish, but oh my god, if you have seen them, you can tell why they never blew up. It's
Oh,
like,
she meant
yo.
tonight. How long has this live been going tonight?
Oh no. Almost 2 hours. Almost 2 hours. But we try not to go past 2 hours anymore. Like I personally have a cutoff. If we're not doing a watch party, 2 hours is my max moving forward. But I just think right now, I don't know why I'm not tired. I know I should be. I almost fell asleep before this live came on though. But since I be like twice, I fell asleep on Tori, and Tori had to do a solo thing, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna stay awake this time. Sorry, I'm tired.
I remember the New Year's one. Y'all kept leaking like MJ the musical stuff. Not leaking. Oh my goodness. Given the word leak has been going all around, so it's in my head. But y'all kept spoiling MJ the musical stuff. So I couldn't even listen to my own live. And then I was like, we were running on like 4 hours at that point. And I'm like, y'all, I'm on a limit. I'm on a limit. Like, cause with StreamYard, with the plan I have, it limits how many hours I can go live in a month. And y'all thought I was trying to leave because I didn't want to hear spoilers. I'm like, no, I got to go.
Yeah,
So that's
I
why I try
play
to.
for the hard space for this. I mean, even I have limits, even though I'm paying for it, there's limits to that. Because if you go over a certain amount of like hours, you got to pay them more money to store the videos. Some of the
Mhm.
videos I do want to keep for other reasons. So I'm like, oh my God. Oh, thank you, Dee Dee. Manifesting for Tori. I'm telling you, Like I was talking to Rocky earlier today. I honestly realized, like, even though like I don't have success in man's eyes, I feel like I've already had success. Like there's no words. I've never been so happy doing something in my life. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Like, and I actually get paid well at my job. I'm just not happy there. I don't think money determines happiness. I think the things that make you
Right.
happy, whether it's something creative outlets or reading a book or being with your kids, whatever makes you happy, that's the success. That's the flex. So I'm learning like I was successful all this time. I let other people's insecurity project on my insecurities instead of just saying be happy for what I have and not what I don't have. But I've been through a lot. Like last year, I really was sick. You see things differently when you're healthy and you're walking and you're doing things again. You were like you were wealthy this whole time and you didn't realize how life was until you got your health all messed up. So like I don't know. Like we just gotta stay in your own lane and be happy in the lane that God put you in. Because I'm telling you, especially as in the celebrity world, there's nothing. There are good celebrities out there. Like a lot of the Jacksons are really different. That's why we like them so much. I'm not saying they're perfect. I'm sure some of them have their own issues too. But I'm just saying, like, compared to other celebrities, if that makes any sense. Some of them are not happy. I mean, I left the industry for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just like, you're pretty, you got all this money, you're rich, and you're sad. That makes no sense to me. So I learned it's like being popular, famous, isn't it? You have to be happy already to enjoy the journey. So like being successful is not going to change it if you can't be happy working at McDonald's. You got to be happy. Like, so I'm like, because I don't like my job, at least I like YouTube. So therefore, there's something in my life that makes me happy. If that makes any sense. So
Yeah, I feel like, I've been in the online community. I think I started when I was like 12. And then I was still a fan, but I wasn't in the community. I think I was like 15, 16. That's when I kind of left. And then went through life, made mistakes, things happen. Don't want to go back there. But I found my way back to the online community. And like, it has been I'm glad I'm back. I feel like I came back at the perfect time. And honestly, I was just thinking, like, this is my second family. This is my second family right here. Like, this is where I go to get away from all the negative stuff in life. And is people be trying me, and I'm just like, I can't do it. But
in your real life, and you're like, but why? Like, I know for me, when I lost my mom, Star Wars Theory, that YouTuber that like talks about Star Wars all the time and life and stuff, he got me through like the darkest chapter of my life. And I was just like, oh, this would be so cool if we could have this in the Jackson community, like talk about the Jacksons, but always talk about real life stuff too. And I forgot who was the person that asked me, am I okay? And I said, I'm not okay. And that was the realest thing I've ever said since my mom died. But then I think everybody else just started exchanging like they weren't. This is like during the pandemic when I said that. So, like, even if you didn't lose somebody, the pandemic kind of all made us cuckoo. So I was just
yeah,
like, I think people just wanted to hear a real voice, and I'm like, I will never be fake with y'all. Like, wait till y'all see that fourth channel. We're shooting tomorrow.
I can't wait to see it.
It is a hot mess in here, literally. And I'm like, I'm not gonna hide that from you. Like, if you're not good, you'll see it in someone's home, and you'll see it in your attitude, or you'll see it somewhere in your life. Like if you ever watched the DD Foundation podcast with Taj and freaking TJ, they talk about real stuff and real solutions and how grief manifests in different areas of your life. And it was
Mm-hmm.
because of them that I was able to recognize problems in myself. Because sometimes like I'm just trying to get to work or being the big sis or whatever I need to be for my family. And I'm like, you're not good. How could you be this person if you're not good? So shout out to freaking Taj. And like I said, that's my favorite podcast, hands down. Because one
Yeah,
day we all will need that podcast, even if it's not today. We all will be in those shoes, and we'll understand what grief does and how it changes us. For sometimes the better, sometimes for the worse, but we still need tools to navigate to that. So I appreciate them. I was like,
Mhm.
man, that's my favorite podcast, hands down. Real helpful tools, like, and how to positively get through all that stuff. And so now we went from that to this. I'm feeling much better. It's a process, though. It takes sometimes years to go. Some people never go back to normal, like Billy D. Williams, and I can share the link if you want to. Somebody asked him how was it about what did they miss about his mom? He started crying on stage. And that actually made me feel comfort to know that no matter how long someone's gone or how old they are, like a
Mhm.
loss to that level's legit. And I was just
Right.
like, thank you for being real, brother. Like, thank you. Because some people, they're just so busy being fake that they hurt others trying to project a fake life. And people thinking that's how life is supposed to be. Life is bumps and ups and downs, highs and lows. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at people from like a celebrity perspective, you would just think like you're the weird one. You know what I'm saying? Not realizing people are just being fake or not being real.
Yeah. I think that, going back to the Dee Dee Jackson Foundation Power of Love podcast, um, it's life lessons for like even now. Um, you may not have had like a loss of someone in your life, but there are resources that they talk about, or different lessons or messages or stories that their guests share, that Taj and TJ share, that are still relevant to just life in general. Like I've
Mm-hmm.
thought and learned about things, and it's kind of like, it's about grief, but in a general sense, it's a way to uh help cope in a healthy way when you're dealing with hard times and stuff. So I suggest, like, if you're dealing with something in general, go watch it, go
Yes.
support them.
It could be loss of a significant other, not death. I mean, like a breakup, a loss of a
Mhm.
job, loss of, and be honest, all those things mimic very similar energies.
Mhm.
So, like, someone thought I was crazy when I said it, but I could talk what I know. A breakup can be just as painful than a death if you love that person and that person's not reciprocating that to you.
Mhm.
So you've heard of people killing themselves when they break up with people, or like going through really bad things, or going to drugs and alcohol. Why? Because they lost something that they value. And actually, it's even harder when you have a breakup because the person's still alive, but you don't have
Mhm.
access to them anymore. At least when someone's dead, you're like, well, it's over. Like, I need to move on because the person ain't coming back. When someone, I'd be like, and somebody was just like, are you serious? I said, I can speak what I know. I'm telling you, it mimics the same energy. Or God forbid you lose your place. Now, thank God I haven't dealt with that, but of course, in our family, we have. You lose everything. You have to move in with someone. You don't have privacy anymore. You know how much anxiety that causes? People don't give people enough grace when they lose something that's precious to them, whether it's their own
Yeah.
space, their own home. It's just like a car, like having to depend on people. I was like, life is hard, and it's just like everyone's so fake. I'm over it. Like, I'm so over it. I'm like,
Even just like if you had a goal or a dream or a job opportunity that you wanted, and it didn't fulfill, um they say every delay is in your favor. Like, what's meant for you is what will happen. It's still hard when you set those expectations and you have to learn to let it go. And it's like, oh, I could have had it, or maybe if I would have done it differently, you just beating yourself up about it. And I just recommend watch. You can watch the replays of the Power of Love show. You can listen to it on like Spotify, I think Apple Podcasts, anywhere where you can
mm-hmm.
like listen to a podcast, basically. So yeah.
And I love what I love about TJ and Taj. Like, you could tell that even though their mom died in 95 or 94, which is like a while ago, it still affects them. Like, even Kelly mentioned she lost someone 2 years ago. Like,
Mhm.
like for me, my mom was like the first person that left, and I still feel it. Now it's been 4 years. For me, it feels like yesterday. So the fourth channel, I would hope to have lives where people could talk about death and how they're feeling. So even though like on my content will be about like my home and how like it all got messed up because I wasn't right, I want people to say, hey, if you want to talk about whoever you lost, talk. Sometimes talking helps. Even talking right now is helping me. Cause I'm like, losing Melly, oh Lord. I don't even want to get into that. I'm like, it's so effed up to start the year with losing someone that's been part of my MJ journey from day one. And I was just
Right.
like, why did the year start so rocky? But it's just like, okay, we're going to go through this together. Like, I'm not going to keep hiding every time somebody dies. I'm going to just face this like my mom would want me and say, okay, Trisha, you have to get comfortable with this. Like, this is part of life, is unfortunately losing people. So it's like, okay, that's my challenge this year, is to stop folding every time someone dies. Be like, nope, deal with it, and deal with it the best way you can though. Like, it's okay to
Mm-hmm.
cry. It's okay not to be okay, but sometimes people stay in that pocket too long, and that's how they get hooked on drugs. That's how they get hooked on bad behavior. There's a lot that comes with death, and people just don't realize how it affects you. So,
Yeah.
right? Oh, well, I promise you, as soon as I can, we're going to get that fourth channel word running. And you could reach out to me and say, Trisha, I want to share my story with the community. May not be a Jackson community because I have several channels, but I know everyone's suffering because of the pandemic and the complications of certain medications and stuff. It's just a lot. People are dying for no reason. It's just a lot of weird stuff going on. And I think it's the first time that I don't feel alone anymore because there's just so
Mm-hmm.
many people dying at the same time. For some reason, that became a new normal. But I noticed like
Yeah.
when people see me, they say so much, and I'm like, there's got to be an outlet to this. Even if I have to create private rooms and Facebooks, I want you guys to be able to talk about like what's really bothering you and like possible solutions. Or we can do meetups in New York and say, hey, let's just go to a movie. It doesn't have to be Michael Jackson. I'm way bigger than Michael Jackson. We can do church events. We can do whatever. But like, I want us to be healthier people, like when we're in this end of this life, and be like, okay, I met you through Michael, but we ended somewhere else. It doesn't have to be
Mm-hmm.
Michael. I promise you, my life is not Michael or the Jacksons. My life is family and, watching Star Wars. My life is regular. It's kind of boring, to be honest, but I love it. It's like, it's a regular life.
Literally, people, oh my God, they don't understand. Like, when I talk about, there's a reason why I talk about Michael and Janet and just being a fan a lot. It's because it's like y'all get me and y'all actually have respect. And it's sad when people online respect me better than people in my real life do. People I see every day. And it's just, I don't know. It's stressful. It's annoying, especially having to deal with it like in real life. But just knowing that I have this community and this space and people who
Mm-hmm.
are supportive of one another, they respect each other. Um, I feel like these lives have been a very positive community. And so I know I'll have these to look forward to. And like, I'm reminded that there are people in my life that respect me. And, um, you know, because when you're dealing with that and you're around people that treat you weird, you start to question yourself, like, what's up with me? Um, like why do people treat me this way? But that's a them thing. You have to remember, like, that's a them thing. And y'all just remind me, like, I'm not tripping. You know what I'm saying? So
No,
yeah.
like I know, like people they attack people that they want to be like, or people they don't understand. And so, like, we can even look at Michael Jackson's life, like all the attacks that he got. He got all this money. How dare he gives it away to charity? Or why does he have that big house and shares it with people in need? Like, why would you do that? That's weird. And of course, it's not weird. They made that weird.
because they're
Mhm.
so used to being people being selfish and using money in different ways, and it's just like I've learned to. I've been teased my whole life, so I've had many years to get used to being teased. I feel like if you're happy with your decisions in life, don't worry about nobody else. No one's ever, because I've been popular, I've been skinny, I've had a pretty phase, I've had all these phases. And the only phase I'm ever happy is when I'm myself.
Mhm.
And, like, everything I used to do was to be popular or to be accepted. But then when I got in with the cool kids are so freaking boring. They are so freaking boring. No interest. Oh, how's my makeup? Do you have a designer bag? That's all you have for me? I'm out of here. We're the nerds. Where's the Marvel table? Like, like I just never felt like I was supposed to be with the cool kids. The nerds were always the cool kids. I just didn't realize it. Those are the ones that
Right.
make you laugh.
And it really sucks because, like, the age group that I'm in, it's really turned into like a. But no, it's all connected in a way because, like, we're all here for the Jacksons and stuff, and they've taught us things and impacted us and taught us different lessons and in different ways and stuff, and um, it's hard because when I'm like growing up in this generation, all they want to do is just drink, party, go out, be with a whole bunch of different people, and they want to judge you, and they're not even secure within themselves. They're being hypocrites, and it's just a mess. And I'm like, I don't want to be around none of y'all, but it sucks because it's like I
Oh,
don't
that's
have
all
nobody in real
generations.
life, you
You're
know?
just in the age group. So I don't know if you ever realize, I always say like, oh, I'm so glad I survived my 20s. That's
Mm-hmm.
for real. Because like either someone has died from drunk driving or someone has died from an overdose no, I'm being serious. So you're smart because you're not feeding into the BS. But most of the people, like, they rather be popular and OD on drugs than to tell somebody I don't want to do this.
That's sad.
Now I'm
Very
lucky
sad.
I never got into drugs, maybe marijuana, but nothing harder than that. But I've seen a lot when I was a little kid, and I knew I didn't want to get into drugs because, like, I'm like, I don't want to be this person. But I drank too much, and I got in a lot of trouble when I drank a lot. So I was just like, you're not even making sense. Like, so I had some really cool
Yeah.
friends. I'll never forget it. They gave me an intervention. I cursed everybody out initially, and then it took me some time, but I barely drink now. It took me
That's
time to
good.
realize what they were telling me because it was weird. It was like a bunch of alcoholics telling me I was an alcoholic. I'm like, that's weird. But but they were saying I was always out of control, and that's what they were like, no, you don't handle yourself right. So shout out to having real friends. Say you're
Yeah.
sloppy, you're embarrassing yourself, you all do all these weird things when you're drunk. But I just did it because I thought it was cool to be drunk, not realizing I was looking fool myself. I'm like, I'm high on life. I really don't need anything. I really don't. Like,
Yeah. And it's what especially in like recent years, what like the Jacksons have taught me. They're different. They're unique. They're Michael, he went his own route. He didn't care. He was just like, I'm me. And Janet and them, they just like let me know like it's cool. Just be different. You don't even have to go with the uh popular thing, like like this generation is all like for tit for tat, like let's get revenge, let's do this, let's do that, let's be bitter and mean. But when I see the way um because I'm a Christian, I'm a believer, and I believe the way that Jesus walked the earth, like just have grace and mercy and understanding on people, and I see the Jacksons walking that out. And so it's just like a reminder seeing that like you don't have to be like them. You don't have to, just because that's a popular thing to think, just because it's popular don't mean it's right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
That's
just grateful
true.
for this
And I
community.
think that's why MJ fans or Jackson fans get along together, because we are considered different. Like we're very creative, or we're just different. And I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean it in a very positive way. So then it's just
Mhm.
like, oh, we don't get y'all. You don't have to get me. Who cares? Like,
Yeah.
oh, so we really do appreciate y'all, because I was just like, I don't know. I'm like, right now I'm in my I don't care what you think phase. And you could ask people. I legitly have pretty much said in my own little way f off, like, to a lot of people, because I was just like, I don't care what you think of me. I just don't. Like, you have no power of my energy. Like,
Yeah.
someone texted me something super mean the other day. So I was going to respond back. So I said, you know what? This person's probably having a really bad week. And I'm
Mhm.
the punching bag. I'm not responding.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to call me and explain why you text that, sure. But I don't feel the need to respond to this. Like, because I said I wasn't even around the person for a long time. I don't know where this really mean to text. Okay.
Yeah.
I know I didn't do anything. I'm just going to keep it moving.
I was just
Don't waste
saying
your
that.
energy on people who don't get you. Like, it makes no sense. We have each other.
Mm-hmm. And I think I had just tweeted, because I saw somebody tweeted something weird to me. And I was like, I don't know you. Why are you talking to me about this? Why are you being disrespectful? If you don't like something, why are you bringing attention to it? Or if you don't approve of something, like, why is it occupying your space to the point where you got to reach out to somebody random about it? And I've just been receiving that. And I just finally said something. And I'm like, y'all, I will block you with no questions asked, no explanation asked. Don't do it. You're gonna look up one day and be like, what happened to that one guy? You're blocked. Leave me alone. I'm tired of drama. I don't do it no more. Like, I don't. So if you have something negative to say, write it in a journal. Talk to God about it. I don't know, pray about it.
Right.
Don't bring it to
Like,
me.
I know
You're
when
negative.
I'm negative, at least I can say, okay, I know I'm being negative, but I just need to vent. But, like, some people would just be like, that's why I said, remember, like, when we started off the live, I said, I don't want people to feel bad about the leaks. Because I said,
Mm-hmm.
look, y'all can still give it to me. I'm just saying, I'm here for it. I'm just respecting the people who don't want the leaks. If that makes any sense. There is no
Yeah.
right or wrong. There's no reason to have fights over things. It's okay to be different and have different views. Like, I notice people are not comfortable with people who have different opinions and different thoughts. I'm like, if we're all the same, then why are we here?
Because
Like, even if we have the Jacksons as something being alike, that might be the only thing alike. After that, we're individuals. But even Jackson fans have different views, about, well, this album's better than that. That means you're one person. No, it just means that's the better album for you. That's all that means. Like, there's no need to analyze each other over this. Like, I don't know. Like, people, I don't know. People just don't let people have opinions. And I'm like, or different points of views. And I'm just like, you might learn something. Like, my someone I won't say who, but someone in my life that I'm very close with is an atheist, and you guys know I'm a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
We're together all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind hearing their views. Like, it's not saying they're right or wrong. I'm just open just to hearing other people's mindsets and stuff. Like, I still believe in God, but I'm like, okay, well, as long as you don't try to, like, say nothing like I'm stupid for believing in God, or I'm not gonna call you stupid for not believing in God. That's your personal journey, and that's you have to respect that. It's like, even if you don't agree with it, respect it. Yeah. If the person's not harming somebody with their opinions and views, then let them have that. That's their belief. That's the end of it. Yeah. So I'm just like, no. We'll find out in death who's right and who's wrong. We won't know till we die. Make that make sense. Like, we don't know. Like,
right. And weird. Like, in general, like, I don't know. I'm a firm believer of scroll. If you don't like something, scroll. Just keep scrolling. Don't why be negative? Why reply something negative? And another thing, I'm saying this. You gonna get, regardless, you gonna get people who gonna say something. Don't sit up there and waste your time arguing with somebody
right
behind a computer screen. Like,
Girl, when I'm telling you the Justin Jafar title of the rebirth of Michael Jackson, I said, first of all, I didn't come out with the album. Second of all, I didn't come out with the title. Why are we having negative comments? So I have to take comments off the YouTube over this. And I'm just like, it's not that deep, y'all. And most important, I didn't come up with it. So it's just like, okay, delete.
I open up Instagram and I'm like, whoa, what's all these comments? People was arguing with each other under my post. I said, enough is enough. I can't do it. Enough is enough. I've had it. I'm done.
I'll be like, if I don't agree with something, because I clearly don't agree with everything, even in the Jackson world, I just don't say anything. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Just to avoid a fight. I was like, well, this is not going to make it a better place. So let me just say, scroll. Just see ya. Scroll. But I am glad that title was fake.
I'm so done with you.
I said that. Whoa. I was like, that's interesting.
I wonder if Jafar would ever talk about this.
That could be an album title. Mm-hmm. I just would suggest it just based on the freaking hate I got. I'm like, I didn't make up this album. How about that? What if that's the biopic? What if that's a biopic title? Could you imagine?
Nah, I still feel like it should be Michael. They better not change it because Michael is when you say Michael, it's a broad statement. It's not just, oh, the king of pop Michael. It's not just, or Jackson 5 Michael. It's not just the actor Michael. It's all around Michael, the humanitarian, the father, the brother, the son, the actor, the musician, the dancer, all that. So I'll just say, please don't change that title. Thank you.
No, but does the biopic have an official title?
I thought it did. I thought it did.
Well, again, based on the reaction to the title, you have been warned. That's all I'm going to say. I was like,
okay, it's Michael.
No, I was just like, it was like a full-blown war. I was like, the song everyone liked, though, that was a good part. But
what was making me mad was them saying it's AI, and I'm like, it's not AI. Have y'all not heard Got Me Singing? Have y'all not heard Got Me Singing? And then I'm not even going to say who they said it was. I was like, how dare y'all put that on Jafar? Why would y'all do that? That's such a itself. It was silly, but just like, yo, what? I really would like to know where he was when he realized somebody.
That song leaked?
I want to know where he was because he was posted up on Valentine's Day with Maddie and they looked like they were just like happy and at peace. And I'm like, dude, you just put out a song, or we think you put out a song, but we're not sure. You're charting. Apparently he got radio time, airplay.
It was the TikTok viral for me. And I'm like, oh, this is real viral. And it's not even officially released. Awkward.
I went in. Well, no, I was on my break. My coworker came in. She said, she looked at me very serious with a serious tone. She said, I heard the song. And I was like, you heard the song? She's like, I heard it on TikTok. She said, he sounds so much like Michael. I said, now you see why I was freaking out when he got the role. Now you see why. I was like, did you see the picture too? She said, yeah, I thought that I was looking at Michael. I was like,
wait till the world realize how talented he really is. Because, okay, I'm going to consider myself a normie. I'm going to consider you an expert when it comes to Jafar. Us normies only got me singing. Okay, which is good, but that's all we had. You were like, here, he has a showcase. Watch it. No, we're not done. He has some singles here. And then sometimes Jackson's Source will have little snippets out. Mm-hmm. I was like,
he can draw too.
Jafar get a Terry Jam Lewis kind of producer with his voice, his looks, his talent. I don't want to say it's going to be a rebirth of Michael. I'm just going to say it's going to be a rebirth of the second generation like no other.
It's going to be a it's going to be refreshing. It's refreshing to have him because how do I put this? Because, people have their favorite artists and stuff, but I just feel like right now people are getting famous for mediocre reasons. Not everybody, of course. People are talented. There are lots of people talented and stuff. But it's a breath of fresh air to have someone who's a genius like him, who understands the industry, who is not looking, and overall, what I noticed with the Jacksons in general, like TJ, for example, as well, they don't care about charting. They just want the music to be put out there. More than anything, I've heard TJ like be worried that we won't like his stuff. And that's what he's concerned about. And so it's just refreshing to have genuine people like that, be put in the spotlight. And it's just wonderful. So,
well, remember I said that success is something that makes you happy. So whatever you like to do as a career, even if it's not successful, as long as you have fun doing it, that's the success. So if I make a video, I think the video that I spent 7 hours editing, I think I got 25 views. Well, you know what? I want to tell you, at least I captured the memory of that day of meeting Billy D, and I enjoyed editing it. That's it. Success. We're done.
Is it out?
25 views.
Wait, did you put it out?
Mm-hmm.
I have to see it. Oh my goodness. I haven't been paying attention.
First of all, there was a major snowstorm that day. It was the 13th of February. So I called Barnes and Noble and I said, oh my God, is Billy D still going to do it? So they said yes. Now this is where we lucked up. At the time, I thought all hell was breaking loose. The snow was completely melted by the time we got to Barnes and Noble around 5 o'clock. But I think he's a really awesome dude to not have canceled when schools were shut down, half the city was shut down. I had to do something downtown anyway. So I was like, oh, well, worst case scenario, I'll just go back home. They were like, no, stay. He's going to be here. So I was like, I appreciate that a celebrity could have canceled on us and they didn't. And it was a fun day. So success. So I'm like, I'm not worried about it no more. I was just like, as long as I have a roof over my head, like, that's funny. I thought they might use Jafar Universe. I don't know. I don't know what they're up to. That soundtrack better be. It's so interesting. Of course, you want Michael Jackson's music on it because it's Michael Jackson. Okay, if I had a dream scenario with Jafar, of course you want the Michael biopic to have Michael's music, but I also hope in conjunction they will also have a new album of Jafar. I don't know how this is going down. I want a Jafar album more than I want. I'm not gonna say I want my Michael Jackson unreleased songs too. But what are your thoughts about Jafar having new music when the biopic is done? Do you want it on? Like I don't mind a track or two, but I also want Jafar to have his own album coming out around that time.
Of course, like I would love for there to be a soundtrack with him singing on there. I would love for there to be an original song sung by him for the soundtrack too, like something dedicated to Michael. But y'all, I've been waiting for the album. I've been waiting for the album. And I've been waiting for so long. All I got is Got Me Singing. And I'm holding that close. It gets streamed a lot in Stationhead. I'm being patient. But I'm ready for the album. And we almost had it. But yeah.
Oh, when he was trying to do it independently?
I'm not sure exactly what
happens for a reason.
Maybe the movie. No, wait, hold on. Because we don't know how long he's known or about having this role or how long he's been.
I know. Like, I'm sure when we saw him at Thriller Night, he probably knew he was Michael Jackson. He was
Yeah.
walking around with his professor outfit from freaking Harry Potter, like trying to hide. No, dude, you can't hide if your brother's right next to you. Make that. I just like. Then I saw his hands. That's when he got in trouble. Then I said that has to be him.
Just look at the way he walked.
Now you're gonna see your
You know
father. He's like, "Dag on you, Trisha." Sky said she had no idea that leaks. No, neither did we, to be honest, until like, well, actually, someone had to tell me. A couple people. Yeah.
I was like using context clues. I was seeing stuff. I was like, yeah, let me just, because I was excited and I posted about it and I was crying. And it was so funny because I just got done clowning about a certain fan base who would scream and act crazy when they got certain things. And I'm over here, I'm screaming. It's like 1 a.m. I'm like banging on the wall, like, oh my God, are you serious? We got a song. It ain't even supposed to be out. I'm sorry once again, Jafar.
I agree with Jess TV. Just release that single. Damage is done.
I wonder if he can with being in the biopic. I wonder if there's certain contracts and stuff, maybe.
No, but she was saying they think they should just release a single.
I'm thinking the same. I was thinking the same thing too, because I was like, oh, at first it makes more sense if he would just would release it after. But now I'm like, just seeing the way it garnered more attention for it, even though it wasn't supposed to be out. If he were to put something out, then
put it out, fix the title, please, and keep it moving.
Just put out like a little single.
Cheryl agrees with the album drop, and they said it was practice. You know what? It's one of those things. I think it was a happy accident. You know, like the public is well.
Oh no, we lost her again. Trish. No.
I don't know.
Oh, you back.
Shoot, we got to end this live.
You're here.
We got to end this live. Plus, we're past our 2 hours.
We are.
But listen, we'll be back on Tori's. Well, actually, we'll be on Red's channel in a few hours. I gotta go to church first, and then I'll be here. So I'll be with Red. We could talk about the biopic with him, and we'll be back with Tori on the 21st on BG's birthday, and we will know the announcement of the movie. So far, 3 people gave me a guess what they think. Why is everybody on the same page? Make sure you stay tuned. That's what I'm going to say. Yes, it's going to be at 2 p.m. on the Red Jackson YouTube channel. And like I said, I'm not sure what we're going to discuss. So I'm excited. And Red's really cool. I'm so excited to be doing this with him. Thank you. Well, that's when you got the most real part of us anyway.
Yeah, this turned into like a
tough week.
vent session.
Have a good night, y'all. See you in a few hours on Red Jackson's channel.
See y'all. I'm excited for the Michael movie.
No, actually, it's the rebirth of Michael. Just kidding.
Thank you for watching this live or replay. Make sure you sub to this and Tori's channel from Invincible Jacksons. Like this video and share, and we will see you real soon.